A New Zealand tattooist is carving out a successful career in LA. Just 5 years after moving to the US, he's starring in a reality TV show, putting his mark on some well-known celebrities, and will soon tattoo a punk icon. Here's Alia Crown.
Back briefly where it all started, Sacred Tattoo on K Road, is Dan Smith, aka the Unknown Tattooer.
Getting your first tattoo is a huge part of your life, you know what I mean? And I think, you know, people often say, tattooers often say, like, you either kind of get one or a lot.
For the 29-year-old, it was the latter. Now his passion has landed him a starring role in Discovery Channel series LA Inc. Dan Smith is the fresh-faced, sensitive Kiwi, at home inking up truckers and breast cancer survivors alike.
How's that? I like it a lot. Yeah.
From watching the show, it appears that being a tattooist is almost like being a therapist.
Hearing some pretty heavy stories almost on a daily basis does take its toll, you know.
Then there was that infamous Pete Wentz tattoo that Dan Smith did after the Fall Out Boy musician lost a bet with the lead singer of Cobra Starship.
The condition was if Cobra Starship sold so many records, Pete would get Gabe's face tattooed on him. And of course, I think, you know, Pete wasn't sure that it was going to happen, so he made a pretty bold bet, and of course it happened, so he had to get, you know, Gabe's face tattooed.
On returning to LA, he will be putting his mark on a punk icon, Sex Pistols guitarist Steve Jones.
One of my memories of growing up was my dad giving me the Sex Pistols Nevermind the Bollocks record, and just me holding it, just thinking like, wow, this is awesome. And then, you know, 15 years later, it's like, do you want to tattoo the guitarist who wrote all those songs? You know, it's pretty cool.
Normally working on famous people in Hollywood isn't a big deal, but he says this will be something special. Alia Crown, 3 News.